Scott Stokely is an absolute legend of disc golf, and now he manufactures his own discs. Doesn't seem to be manufactured by any of the major companies, so he might have his own facility or he works with one, but we have his first three molds here today. We have the Stokely Disc Cardinal, which is a straight to overstable looking mid-range, kind of on the more overstable side, probably between an MD3 and MD4, I would guess. And this is the thermoplastic, which is kind of a star-like plastic, a little bit softer, but it feels good. We have his putter, the Ren, which he switched from marbles to putting with these this year, because obviously it's its own disc, and it's pretty similar. And the marble is very much based off of P2. This is maybe even closer to a P2 than the marble. It's a little blunter on the edges. Feels good, and this is in the strato plastic, and this is a very good feeling plastic. I like this for putting. About 35 degrees out right now, and it still feels tacky, but it's stiff enough that I don't think it'd feel bad in the warm either way. And the disc that surprised me the most, actually, was this Owl, which is in the mesoplastic, which is a see-through plastic, kind of like a C-blend or a C-line. And what surprised me about this is it's a overstable approach disc. I'm not quite sure what numbers he gives them. I'll have them on the screen for you as you've seen. And I think he crowdsourced those, which I like. Very Trash Panda-esque. But what intrigued me about this mold is it's a little domey. You think of Scott Stokely, you think of forehand master, so we'll be throwing some of those today. And when I think of forehand, I don't really think of domey discs. So for this approach disc to come out a little domey, and it feels pretty big in the hand, a thicker, deeper approach disc that is shaped like a zone than any zone, drop, chicane that I've ever thrown before. So today, we're out here at Lower Badlands Disc Golf Course. We're starting at hole 2. We'll finish on hole number 1, because I want to give all 3 of these shots off the first hole, and then we're going to play a one-shot round, trying to shoot a 1,000 rated round, which would have been about 6 under as of this last weekend. I think that's a little soft. There's a flex here. I actually was planning on playing it, and then I slept until like 2 o'clock. My wife let me sleep. Grateful for that, but I missed my chance to come and play this flex start. But 5 down was 990 rated, and it's a pretty short layout. You might have noticed I got a haircut today. And by got a haircut, I mean I made my own haircut. And I kind of botched it to get started with. We'll be wearing hats for the next couple days. Luckily, I'm Italian. My hair grows fast. But if I can't shoot my 6 down today with just Stokely discs, at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you guys what I did. Otherwise, hat stays on. It stays tight, okay? And you can get hats that protect your messed up hair at bodanzadiscgolf.com. These Disc Dad hats, as well as my patches, are there. 230 feet up the hill. I think my actual shot is gonna be the Ren right at it. It's a little headwind coming down the hill. The Owl, I think I'll also throw on a flex backhand, and I'll probably try to flick the Cardinal at it, because I think Chandler Kramer threw this on Instagram one time I saw, and he liked it, so. Sit. Oh, wow. It's a lot of skip and a lot of overstable. Owl next. You guys know I like to play 2 off the top, but we'll play it straight up that time. We'll putt from that. Should have done that, eh? Woo. That's nice. And see how the Cardinal flies on a forehand. Oh, overstable. Okay. Why did I think I was going to flip it up just because it's a mid-range? It looked like the pads that they played for that flex were mostly shorter as well. So if there are shorter pads, we'll be playing them today, kind of the traditional short layout. If you come to this course and use U-Disc, the lack of long pads being in is also one of the reasons I came here, since the fastest disc is an overstable 5-speed. Oh, a little bit pulled. I don't hate the feel of this putter. Seems to be pretty point and shoot. A little deeper than the marbles, not by a ton. Yeah, just throw it at the middle. If you like any of these discs and want to pick them up, I'll have them all linked below on Infinite Discs. My sponsor, baby. It's interesting, I'm shooting this video the day that the Climo deal was announced with Discraft. Of course, as soon as I can get those discs, I'll review them. I wonder what's gonna happen with disc golf, because there's not a lot of other like companies, especially in smaller niche sports, where there's so many brands that are kind of recreating very similar molds and relying on branding. And there doesn't seem to be a ton of crazy brand value in a lot of disc golf right now. So it's fun to review all the discs. I'm just interested in what is going to wind up being unprofitable for the people doing it, and also have little longevity. Of course, my hope for all these companies is that they can succeed. It'll just be interesting to see kind of what happens with disc golf as it continues to grow. Now, it's only 250, but it is slightly uphill, so I think we try out this Cardinal. It was a little more overstable on that forehand. I admittedly put way more hyzer on it than I needed to, but I think a slight flex out of the hand here should work. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty significantly more overstable than I expected it to be. I'll be reviewing them later, so I actually brought out a Discmania MD4. I think that Cardinal's maybe even more overstable. Yeah. That's kind of more of what I expected, or maybe even straighter. Might even be more overstable than the Owl. Holy cow. Pretty similar, just different speeds. I did see there's a lot of stuff in the works. Scott, if you or anyone from your team is watching, I would love to review the new Ching stuff, as well as the new Scott Stokely discs that I saw are already approved and coming out later this year. There's some discs in the works. MD4, chillin'. Cardinal, also great shot. Birdie, baby. I will say, so far, like the top thing that I've noticed about this company is the putter plastic is right. This is just exactly right. The feel of the owl and the Cardinal off the bat are not quite my favorite. The owl being a little deeper in domier is surprising to me. And the Cardinal is also a little thicker in the hand, but not even close to unthrowably so. I still definitely like it, but in order of the discs that I find the most comfortable, I would have to say Wren first, the putter, then the Cardinal, and then the owl. Surprisingly, I thought the owl would be my favorite. You can see the basket way down there. This is actually a great shot to test out the Cardinal. It's kind of a forced flex if you don't want to throw the forehand. Yeah, it's like chunky, but like not big. My fingers feel like they have to travel further to wrap it as a 5-speed, so it maybe feels like almost a hybrid 5 to 6 speed, but it definitely is a mid-range because it's more the rim feels that big, but the diameter doesn't feel any bigger. Ah, didn't get over enough. Wow. Came out a little higher than I think it needed to get the line right, but I think that disc is gonna be very useful for a lot of the rest of this round. It'll be interesting to see when I decide to throw the owl versus the Cardinal though, since they're two overstable mid-ranges. Sit. Ah, that's chilling. 1 through 3 is exactly the pace I need to shoot my 6 down today. This next hole I don't think I've ever played before because there's a short position, and I always play it from the long pad. Shout out
Brody. I definitely said Brody and didn't put his first and last name together and say Brock. That would be kind of ridiculous.
For winning, but I'm just double checking. Hole 1 was their hole 2, so 247, 253, 378. So they did play from this 250-foot position right here with no pad. Compared to the long one, I'll be able to throw the owl, but it does look like pretty much everything is in the shorts. That should be good if it goes. I think that's gonna be maybe 25 or 30 short. Pretty spot on, left it a little short. Just replay what I just said, okay? Left it a little short. Dang it! Now I'm a bit confused. The basket's right there. This is the tee pad. But PDGA said they play from 133 feet. This is a little farther, but I'm just gonna play from a standstill beside it as if it was the pad, because I don't know what they did. Could try to just redeem myself on that forehand and throw another one. My whole arm is feeling a lot tired today. It's overused. That being said, we're trying the Cardinal on the forehand. Hey, still wobbly because my wrist is so fatigued, but I didn't hyzer it. 2 down. 293. Let's see if I can have the touch and control to throw touch and hyzer. If I can execute this, is gonna be beautiful. A little right, get around, yes. Oh, that's great. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm liking this like 32-foot range today. I'm not liking making them though. Oh, come on. There we go. Hole 8 is 392 feet. It's up and around the corner to the left. Honestly, I'm gonna throw this Cardinal out to the right and maybe just try to get it to the gap. Play this one for a par. And if I can get one more on this front 9, get hole 9, I think I'm in good position to shoot 6 down. That's perfect. Just straight to overstable, throw it flat. Oh wow, that went farther than I thought. We are going downhill. I do think I have a little lean out over here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, these short shots I think are so good for this owl. So consistent. That's nice. I like that on something that short, you don't have to worry about like being too touchy, especially from a weird lie. You can just kind of chop it at it, and it's overstable enough that it's gonna correct on some anhyzer and some glide and just kind of sit down. Should be a plan well executed there. Dropping a par. Move on to hole 9. 318 up the hill. I think that same shot that I just threw with the Cardinal, honestly, will be perfect. I didn't throw it hard, I just threw it smooth instead of trying to really wail on it. Like I've thrown a lot of these shots today. I notice when I get tired, I just try to hit it and then my mechanics go out the window. So I think just, oh no, this is the oily protein bar. No! But I think that exact same shot, just up this right side, flat to slight anhyzer up the hill. Get a little skip. No, get low! No! Oh, wow, that was pulled and lucky. That's better. More core. Oh, sneaking this guy in there. No! I totally just forgot. This is my 9th hole. So this is technically 2 through 9. That makes it even better because par on this hole, next hole, and the hole after, I'm happy with. And then 4 birdies in the last 7 rather than the last 6. Way more achievable, it seems. On PDJ, looks like they played a pad somewhere over here maybe because it's 189 to that basket. But the only clear pad is back here. So I don't exactly know what they did for this tournament. It seems like we'll still count the 6 down because when I checked scores, I realized 5 down was actually self-rated. So I guess I'm shooting for like 10, 10, 10, 12. This is another one where par definitely plays. Bonus birdie for me. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Let's go. Basket, you can see right through there. I have zero idea how to play this hole. I've only looked at it like 1 or 2 other times, especially in this position. I just like, there's not really seem to be a line except over the top, which is a little lame. They kept the same basket positions and moved the tee pad, and the basket positions don't really make sense anymore, unfortunately. One of them kind of does if you just turn it up this tunnel. 306 though, it's just almost probably too far to try to go over the top of the Cardinal. Not even close. I didn't even throw that even like a third as hard as it needed to be thrown. Go, skip. Oh, that'll play. No, can't have that, dude. Shoot. All right. You know, even through these 3 holes, 7 to play, I need 4 of them. No! Come on, Anthony. This one's out left a little bit. Perfect owl shot. Throw it right down the gut flat. Perfect. No, it hit short. Oh, that thing is so overstable. Wow. Look at that, the Cardinals up there parked again. All right. This is basically a must make at this point. Oh, it almost popped out. Let's go. Sometimes it's like nicer to have something framing it up. Like I didn't have it this with either side of that. And for some reason, that's the best play of the day. Dream is back alive. 4 down, 3 to play. If I get this next one, I only need 1 of the last 2. And this next one should be a get. Perfect straight shot with the Ren. Basket straight down there. Just turn it over into it. Little tailwind. Stay high. That's short side. Oh man. If I should have thrown the Cardinal again, I'm gonna scream. I should start screaming now. That's parked. 3 for 3. Or 0 for 3, I guess. I'm throwing the Cardinal. And shanking the other shot. Another must make. Outside the circle. Are you... The Cardinals 4 feet away from the basket. The Cardinals a collective 9 feet away from the basket these last 3 holes, and the rest of my shots are a collective 110 feet away. Good thing I'll make the putt. Come on. Yes! Let's go! Screw you, buddy boy! Oh, it's heating up. The last hole, definitely a Cardinal shot. I guess I could throw the Ren, but I think Cardinal on these next two, because they're a little farther. I have to pump it on 18. And then hole 1, definitely gettable, but specific, very specific. I need one of these last two. All right, had to walk up here because the group that was in front of me, just making sure they're done. And there's a pretty stiff headwind. The basket, as you can see, down to the left there, I think it's about 330. Basically want to come just in front of this tree, give myself a look because it's a low ceiling off the tee. Come on, dude, come on. Stay high. Oh, that's gonna be close. If it didn't hit one of those trees, it's good. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? No way. I put it past the basket. Come on. It pays to be short. Yes, just over. One hole to play. And how did I do that? Wow. All right. Last hole, then final thoughts. Let's go. If I cannot bogey this hole, I cannot believe I just pulled that off. Well, I haven't yet. Don't count your chickens, you know. I know you got the bird naming system, Scott, so maybe chicken is the next one. Beautiful sunset. Wow. Wait! They played it from the short. Oh, I'm throwing from the long for posterity, but I'm playing it from the short. Let's go. Yeah, that's a little long. Not a bad shot though. All right, as we're walking, I think these are some fine first run of discs from Scott's company. I personally I wouldn't find myself gravitating towards any of them. The putter plastic, I'm excited to see what more comes out because that plastic is really, really nice. The other two plastics I'd say are a bit better quality than the other like first tries of plastic from other newer manufacturers that I've seen coming into disc golf from everything I've reviewed. I think the molds themselves are not anything super spectacular, but they're also good. The Cardinal is a little bigger in your hands. I can tell these are made for bigger handed people than me. I'm sure obviously they're Scott's discs. He's still trying to compete with them. They're gonna be discs that are probably more suited to a 6'6" massive handed dude than a guy who's quite literally probably more than a foot shorter than him. So personally, I wouldn't find myself gravitating towards the Cardinal or towards the Owl. The Ren I do really like. It's a little straighter than I anticipated, especially from distance, and it just kind of held straight, which is really nice. And that might just be that I get really good spin because I like the plastic a lot. So if you want to support Scott, I definitely say that these are worth a shot. Oh wait, they couldn't have played it because the short basket's up there. Well, it looks like that was our tee shot. Okay, so I have literally no idea what they would have played from to throw to this basket. And my shot is 25 feet away, so I got another opportunity for birdie. So if you want to support Scott, I would definitely say pick these up. He always talks about picking them up at your local retailer, and he's hustling to get them put there. So if you don't have a local retailer or you just like some of the best prices, go ahead and shop on infinitedisc.com. I'll have those linked down below. And I hope that as molds roll out, they continue to just get a little more and more refined, like happens with every company and every startup. So personally, they're good initial discs, not great, but I see a lot of potential for how they can grow. Little headwind. It's a good sit. Dude, I thought that was coming back at me. That would have been so bad. Still gotta make this to get the 6. Yes! Oh man, I'm so stoked. And so glad that this does not have to be immortalized on the internet. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but I have like a beard trimmer that also has like a hair trimmer attachment. And so I changed the blade, but you also have to change the guard, and I completely forgot about that this time. I cut my hair one time in the past couple months, and I haven't since I was in college. When I just, all throughout high school and college, I cut my own hair. And so I don't have the same trimmer as I did before. I forgot to put on the hair guard. I brought it up to what I thought was gonna be 10 out of 20 or 10 and a half out of 20, and it was 0. So that's why you see this madness on the sides. I'm glad my hair grows quickly. So no one has to see that. If you want to check out some other new upstart disc companies, I'll leave a couple reviews right over here and let you pick from them. Subscribe if you'd like. 6 down, let's go. See you in the next one.